Hi, and welcome to Cup of Tea, where you get short, useful tech tips to help you in the online and face-to-face classroom. I'm Monica Cueva, and in today's video, I'm going to show you some ways that you can change your YouTube embed code to make your videos a little bit more user-friendly for students. So the first thing I'll start with in this video is showing you how to retrieve the embed code from YouTube and copy and paste it into Canvas. Then I will show you how you can change your embed code to adjust the size of your video displayed in Canvas. And I will also show you how to change your embed code so that you can restrict YouTube from automatically showing suggested videos at the end of the video that you're sharing with your students. And lastly, I'll show you how you can add a specific start and end time to your embed code so that you can have students just watch a short clip of a longer video. Okay, so we have a lot to cover and not very much time, so let's get started. The first thing you'll want to do is go to YouTube and find the video that you plan to share with your students, and then at the bottom of the video you'll click the share icon, and then you'll want to select Embed. So select that icon for Embed, and you'll see this is the HTML embed code. You can click Copy in the bottom right, and that will highlight and copy the entire code for you. So then all we have to do is go into Canvas and paste that code. You can paste an embed code wherever we have the rich content editor in Canvas. So a Canvas page, assignment, discussion, quiz, and usually before I add my video, I will want to add the text first because it can get a little complicated to do this after the video has been added. So I'll add my text, and then I'll go down to the bottom right where you see this icon that says switch to HTML editor. It's the third icon from the right. I'll select that, and now I'm in the gray HTML editor mode. I want to make sure my cursor is where I want the video to appear, so it will go under the instructions that I have. So I'll right click and paste, and now you can see my code for the video is here. And if I go back to the rich content editor by clicking that icon on the bottom right, you'll see my video. And there's an extra space here, so I could just click and delete. And the video looks nice and clean here. You can also adjust the size in the embed code. So let's take a look at that. So we'll go back to the HTML editor at the bottom right. And we will paste this code a few more times so that we can adjust the size. So let me do it one more time and paste. And let me see if I can zoom in for you here. So you can see wherever there's the green part, that's the start of the new code. So I first want to start with this code where there's green, and you'll see it says width and gives me the size, and then height and gives me the size. So I can make this smaller. So instead of 560, I'll change it to 360. And instead of 315, I'll change it to 215. And then I see the green iframe here, so I know that's the second code for the this is actually the third video that will appear. And I want to make this video bigger. So instead of 560, I'll change this to 860. And instead of 315, I'll change this to 515. So all I did was change those numbers. I didn't add any spaces. I didn't delete the quotation marks. None of that. Okay, so let me go back. And I'll click on the HTML editor icon. I want to go back to the rich content editor. And now we see the original video up top, and then we see the smaller video and the larger video. I could click in between both of these so I see the cursor and I can hit enter. So now each video is on a separate line. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to restrict YouTube from showing your student suggested videos at the end. So I'll show you what I mean. When a student watches this video, let's go to the end and let it run through. You'll see that these suggested videos pop up, and our students often think that they need to click on those, and they go down a rabbit hole and are watching these videos that are not related to your video, and they're not helpful for students. So we can eliminate that, and we can go down to the editor, so HTML editor, and let's work on the first video code. So again, we'll look for that green iframe, so we know that's the start of the first embed code. And then we want to look for this link. And again, let me increase the size so it's easier for you to see. So we'll look for this link that says www.youtube.com, and then it ends with these random numbers and letters. So right when that ends, before the quotation mark, we are going to add this code, $REL for related equals 0. So that means I want 0 related videos at the end. So this is what we have added. We did not add any spaces. We did not delete anything. We just added that text. And now let's go back and look at our work. So I'll click on the HTML icon to go back to the rich content editor, and we'll click that first video, fast forward, and there we go. The video ended, and it's just prompting the student to watch it again. There are no suggested videos, so that is very helpful for our students. Another thing that you might be interested in is adjusting the start and stop time of your video so students only watch a short clip of the video. So we'll go back to the HTML editor, and we'll work with that first code again. So let me zoom in, and we know it's the first code because here's the green iframe. So we want to look for that link. And this is what we just added. So now we're going to add on to that code. So I'll put my cursor right before the quotation marks. And now I will add and. So I want it to follow the first code and this new code I'm giving it. So I will say start equals. So I'm telling it I want you to start at this time. And you need to put the time in seconds. So you will have to do a little bit of math here. So I want it to start at 1:30. So I will put in 90 seconds. And now I've jumped down to the second line. And then I'll type and again. I want the end time to equal. And again, I need to put in seconds. So I want it to end at 1:45. So I will put in 105 seconds. Okay, so I did not delete anything. I only added, and right now this is what I added. And start equals and the seconds, and end equals and the seconds. Okay, so let's go back and see what that looks like. So I'll go back to the rich content editor. Let's test it out. It starts at 1:30, so that was accurate. And let's see when it ends. Great, it ends at 1:45, and there are no related videos because we still kept that code in there. Okay, so hopefully this video helped you see that embed codes are not always scary and intimidating, and hopefully you found some tricks that you can use to make your YouTube videos a little bit more user-friendly for your students.